promise myself to never sing Freddie. That's rude. Do. Inside my... Hey, Ivan! Essay writing time? Oh, yay. Actually, never minded that. One of the very few academic things that I didn't mind. All right. While we're waiting for any possible notifications to go out, start strapping up. Strapping up. I like that because it makes it sound like a porn. I just refreshed this goes live. Yeah, you hit it right on the spot. Hey, Mike and Ty and Mao, and the mad philosopher that dwells. You dwell in the halls of madness. Didn't take long for the first tumbling of garbage to come out of my mouth. The leggings? Yes, I need some leggings. Yeah, that would be... If I were to open an OnlyFans, I would just be so desperately, dramatically concerned for anybody that joined. I'm just thinking, things are going wrong in their lives. Oh, you saw the Batman CDV? Like I say, I want to see... I don't know if I'll get to the theaters to see it, but I do want to see it eventually. This one I will watch. My workouts depend on the day. Today it's just hitting Bob with the light gloves and treadmill. Yesterday was arm workout with the weights and running intervals on the treadmill. Today's it's a easier day. Only yams. It'd be more appropriate for me. Oh, you signed up for the Navy? Good for you, Ty. Hey, Philip. Very cool. That's awesome. All right, I'm going to go just start working on Bob for round one as possibly, notifications are going out. Especially after arm night with the weights. It takes a really long time for my old ass to loosen up the arms. Let's see. Yeah, Bob takes the beating pretty well. Does a good job. I gotta give him credit. It's sad though. My yeah, Rosa. Left shoulder is so bad. I have to keep Bob at a shorter level. I prefer working him on the next level up. Makes him about 4 or 5 inches taller, but his left shoulder doesn't want to go up. Bob's got a really unique set of intestinal organs, to say the least. This shit is a killer though. It's freaking... I'm old, J&G, but that's just years, and I mean, literally, what would it be now? About 45 years that hitting the bag is the cornerstone of my workouts. That's all. And it's easy to, bag don't hit back, so it's easy to throw bombs. not as much of a killer on you as it is on Bob's Cranium Truth. But that, it's just pure repetition. 4 inches isn't much, Curtis, you should know this. I'm painfully aware, Rosa, painfully aware. He's kind of mushy and also quadriplegic bodybuilder. That's well put and accurate. Bob's tough. He's not smart. Of course, neither am I. But he's not tough. No, Allie, I would never buy one of these if it had arms. The hell, I ain't getting punched. How would you gauge Bob as a human, well, compared to a typical puncher? I tell you, I think this is the best design, especially as you get older and your joints, like mine, are beat up. This is the best design they've come up with for any type of boxing training. It absorbs the blows well. Bob absorbs the blows. With being able to set it to different heights, I mean, it moves if you're going to throw bombs, but not significantly bad. I like it. I've worked on everything they came out with the years. For a while, they came out with air punching bags. Those didn't work. Came out with water. Water was huge for a while. Those didn't work. I think this is the best. Mine is sand. You can do it with either, Zeno, but I've got sand and Bob. You can't really uppercut him, Krusty. I work on uppercuts when I shadow box, but an uppercut you're throwing because hopefully somebody leaned into a punch, or you're going to lean in, and really Bob just isn't convenient for that. They have, which I'm sure you guys have seen, if you go to a boxing gym, they have uppercut bags. They're just, the bag lays out horizontally and you just uppercut into it. His girlfriend wanted to call and keep her. She brought Rice Krispie Squares. So she yeah. Rice Krispie Squares are a great way to make a first impression. Punch Bob like he's Putin for me. Let me get another round on him quick. Like I say, these I do mostly just to stay in shape for when I want to throw punches. The finite exercises are with the weights and either with the treadmill or outside on the track. That's all I ever was, J&G, though, is a heavy hitter. When I was boxing, it was all or nothing. Knock him out or lose a decision, basically, for the most part. Yes, you're right. He's got a lot of characteristics like Putin. They share a lot of that same biology. When I start boxing, started training when I was about 15. Started actual fighting, amateur fights in California. I was 16, 17. I just sharded. So that's apropos that it came up on a Spaz White's comedy comment, because I did. The disabled cone of doom guy. That's pretty good. Yeah, but like I say, of course, that's what goes first, J&G, as you get older, is speed. Speed and reaction time. You can keep power for a long time, but hand speed and reaction time go down. Sharding just established his dominance during the fight. Agreed. Andrew agreed. Hitting the bag or bottle is fine, but what would you say is the best way to gain experience reacting to an opponent and remaining calm? Sure, sparring is great. You know, it's for getting used to the situation, yeah. And getting past the fear of getting hit, yeah, that's how you want to do it. Because, well, I learned that early on. Unfortunately, I had people with lots of experience in street fights that worked with me, and that's the key. If you're going to get into a go around on the street, staying calm is everything. Staying calm, being aware of your situation, and fighting the fight intelligently. Yeah, tried to hold it in, but now my underwear is all brown. Wow. It might have had a bad tint to begin with. Arbiter's Ground says CM Punk versus MJF. Oh, is it? I didn't even know that. It's a good matchup. That's a good matchup. You gonna start training? Well, like I said, I love it. Been hitting the bag, doing the boxing workout for, again, 45 years now. Absolutely love it. Oh, if they had MMA when I was young, yeah, absolutely, Christopher. Yeah, 100%. Hey, Big Green. Yeah, I would have loved to. By the time that came around and was a thing, it was way too late for me. The Paul brothers fighting in WWE. I mean, I don't like either one of them. They're good athletes. So, excuse me, if they take the training seriously at all, they'll be fine. All right, one more round on Bob real quick. And then we'll jump up on the treadmill and continue talking. That takes care of that. That's all the shoulders will handle. Yeah. Oh, wrestling absolutely beats the living hell out of you. I played all sports growing up. I love sports. Nothing puts a beating on you like wrestling. Especially keeping the schedule. The real pros keep taking those beatings every night. Makes me sad too, Big Green. I wish I'd have known that if we went over 24 hours, then we're going to save it, that stream. Whew. College wrestlers go really hard. That's real amateur wrestling. It's one of the most grueling cardio workouts in the world as far as I'm concerned. Alright, let's get this set for treadmill time. As my pro wrestling career, it was what now they, back they would just call the kicking the shit out of each other. They call hardcore. My matches were just very, very violent. That was my thing. I'm alone right now. Especially kids out at college. Don't tread on me, Mill. Ha ha, Andrew. So funny. Heart attack number 1 coming up. Yeah, Jack. I got the timer running on the treadmill. You guys can make your guesses as to how many minutes from now the heart attack happens. And as I'm dying, I'll try and turn the camera towards the timer so you guys can see who was right. We are all the Spaz boys. Indeed you are, Big Green. Indeed you are. Yeah, place your bets, SCP. Place your bets. 5 minutes even, Philip's got. Holy shit, I've got 4 minutes and 3 seconds to go. I don't have any really big last goodbyes to say. It'd be to you guys anyway, so. I'm going to say 5 minutes and 3 seconds. Krusty's taking the over, basically. So, or Jack, I'm sorry, Jack. Also, in your last moments. Oh, I'll definitely goosh in the last moments, Jack. Even if it's the absolute last thing that comes out of my mouth. Goosh out of my mouth. That would be an entertaining death. The Disney World training, yeah, Andrew. It's funny, before we go, I always try and make sure I have been on the treadmill, or if the weather's nice, out on the track for a while before we go, because you're right, it's a lot of freaking walking. Yeah, it is. It does. Workouts, I agree, bud. Workouts just make you feel good. Phil says, I once had a lass who could go all night. She never needed rest. It was quite the sight. Her stamina was hard to top, ragged out of breath when I blew her up. Oh, fly Michael Buffer. He, that's one of the great things of all time. He copyrighted that Let's Get Ready to Rumble thing. That's pretty good. You gotta get paid if anybody's gonna say that in a ring of any sort. Born to Goosh. I'm thinking of getting another tattoo, but if I did, maybe I've gotten too old, I might not bother, but if I did, it would either be a pot of gold with my kids' and grandkids' names on the coins, or something anime related. Candy, yeah, totally. Getting paid millions just to come on a show and say a single line, yeah. It's amazing how he leveraged that, Krusty. It became so iconic. That's really, hey, good on him. Any way you can get paid. I'm always feeling the burn gaming, especially when I pee. Should probably have that looked into. Looked into. I didn't work out whole week last week because I got COVID. Oh yeah, that metalhead when I had it too knocked me right out. It was because for me, when I had COVID, it was, flu symptoms, all that shit. But the fatigue was by far the strongest symptom I had. Curtis and Mal arm wrestling. Just make sure I'm winning, that I'm going over. Curtis, have inspiration for you to last longer. If you can't manage 10 minutes, you have to eat American cheese and mayonnaise. If I wasn't dead, that would kill me. Sexy Jutsu Naruto tattoo. I don't know, we've talked about that before. If I did get an anime one, there's so many characters I love, so many anime I love, I don't know. I always thought about getting Naruto's swing. I always liked that. I thought that was cool. But now I've seen so many other things. I love the image of Ryuk sitting on top of whatever it is he's sitting on when he's writing Light Yagami's name into his death note. Meruem and Komugid. Zoro standing there saying nothing happened. There's so many great moments, so many great things you could get. You think, Jack? You're on 109 in Hunter x Hunter? The invasion begins. Oh, you got so much good stuff coming, CDV. I just relived it with my friend Carly. She's an anime fan as well, and I got her to watch Hunter x Hunter. Ooh. She's just finishing up. As a matter of fact, I told her when she gets to episode 135, and I know you're watching it, I won't give away any spoilers. That's everybody that's watched it will know the episode I'm talking about. And I said when you get to that episode, we'll watch it together. So she paused when she got there so I can watch it with her. I can watch that episode over and over and over. Get the Gushman's face fixed. Yeah. Right at that moment too. Yeah. Naruto assuming the Straw Hat ship. And Nimbus, Goku on his Nimbus. Yeah, something like that would be good. Yeah, that's actually a good idea. You know, something that incorporates them all. Yeah, that would be very cool. Oh, the treadmill. The treadmill bitches like hell when I'm on it, but I don't care. Sometimes life's tough, treadmill. Suck it up. And be a bitch. I thought of Jack Rose to say, take a What am I gonna have for this potential OnlyFans then? Boy, and if you don't think Susan doesn't sit at these streams, or Susan's representative doesn't sit at these streams, just waiting to hit the fuck you button on me. Guts from Berserk. That's a good one. That's such a great and disturbing anime. Freaking Berserk. Oof. Which got William Sagley after a while. I know, isn't that terrible, personally, negativity? That's why I would never get something like that. You know, a cat here, who cares if the troll and the Trojan get a little saggy? I don't know if I can turn while I'm walking. And if the super troll gets more saggy, they're just add character to them. Once I last with Cunny Wife and marvel at things you find inside. For wedding rings and a mouth so far, full case of beer and a Cuban cigar. Sounds like a fun girl, actually. That seems like somebody I would kind of like to hang out with. Special guest, big green last man standing. Brock would be fun to work. Brock works stiff. I used to like working stiff. By stiff, I mean the punches, the kicks. Everything landed pretty heavy. Not necessarily working with a boner. Morrow's cook will become one of my favorites. Yeah, I'm just hoping nothing happens since there are some hints. Yeah, I won't say anything for you, pal. Oh yeah, one in the chamber she keeps her phone on 9 and 1 while I'm on the treadmill. Just, you know, to make it more convenient to just have to tap one number and get assistance. Well, possibly Big Green, but the official designation is no. Just talking about heavy hits, which could also be bonus when you think about it. But that's not a bad idea. I'd have to check and see how far out my nephew is backed up with, because he's a tattoo artist, with appointments anyway. I like the, what somebody suggested earlier, the Goku on his Nimbus's part of it would be really cool. Jack, we actually have had, it's happened before, and it happened once to us. We did have a guy pop a bone during a match. Doesn't go over well with the guys in the back. I had to break up a fight afterwards. Oh yeah, bleach, Mistra, that, oh, bleach was so good. So very good. You guys have turned me on to so many phenomenally great shows. Hey, Zaiku! Excuse me. I see adrenaline, I swear, yeah. Yeah. That was a little odd anyway. But that was extra odd. Kickers, what simple exercises do you recommend on how to gain abs? Well, abs, to gain the ab muscle, it's easy. You know, crunches, leg raises are great. Get on your bench, put your back on the bench, hands behind your head, holding the bench, and do leg raises. But whether or not your abs show is more diet and cardio. I mean, you got to build them too if you want them to look pretty, but you have to uncover them as well. First leg negativity. You're in the middle of a match between the pain, the violence, and believe it or not, the whole time you're in there, you're trying to focus on putting on a good show and making sure you're hitting your spots. To me, if you pop a boner while in the midst of all that, there's probably something a little strange going on up there, or not going on up there. Did I say that right? Oh, 9. I'm a big 6'0", 60. Why do ages that end in 0 always suck so hard? Yeah, USFL should be fun. I'll be interested to look into it. I still really haven't checked it out in any depth to see who I might root for or whatever. Well, thanks, Walls. I appreciate that. Yeah, like I was saying in the video today, is the channel's going to go to all just fun stuff. All stuff to try and give people an escape, even stuff like this, the streams. You know, just to get away, talk, be stupid with a bunch of other people and stuff. I think that's a great way for us to all keep getting through what we have to get through. I can pop a boner anywhere, it's a gift. Those who weren't happy at the funeral. Kind of a Katie Vick moment for any of the wrestling fans. Okay, Andrew. Thanks for being in while you could, pal. I appreciate it. Holy crap. I'm at 13 minutes and 20 seconds at some point. A heart attack's got to be coming. You're 21? Ah, what a great age. You still got your best years coming. I think between physically, where you typically are in your life and everything, especially for dudes, I think the primo years, I mean, there ain't nothing wrong with 21, don't get me wrong. The primo years are like from about 24 to 35. That's when you're in the sweet spot, trust me. Oh, I love Konosuba. Love it. You're 21 in 2 months? Cool, Ellie. I like having you young guys here with me. It helps. It does. It makes me, I don't feel old anyway. But hanging out with you, all you guys does, just like, kind of keeps me in touch, I guess, with a little bit of my youth. And I don't have, as I told you guys, none of my interests are shared by hardly anybody in my generation. You find very, very few anime fans in my generation, very few hardcore cartoon fans in my generation. Most of my generation thinks my sense of humor is absolutely infantile and puerile, and it might be, but it's my sense of humor. I used to live in California, Walls. I used to live in Vacaville. It's right between Sacramento and San Francisco on I-80. I don't have any plans of going back out there anytime soon. I would like to go back and just see how much it's changed sometime. At least your generation was more real. Well, it's like anything else. I think generationally, a lot of things get overblown. we like every other generation, we had good and bad. It's okay for me to laugh about a heart attack. I laugh about a lot of things. It's my heart attack, goddammit, I'll laugh about it if I want. It's okay, Curtis, 60 is the new 7, get in my basement. well played, Vic. That's what I should get a tattoo of. I'd love to go meet and greet Garmin. The problem is the logistics. Especially with the channel having changed direction a few times and everything, we have a really great core group, but it's not a huge core group. So to try and set up a meet and greet where any significant amount of people would be able to get there would be difficult. I would love to. Again, it's just all logistics. Football, playing European, so you're talking European football, soccer, right? Cool. I missed that one. I just hate how quick they make the messages, the comments disappear on this app on the phone. Where's Bork? And he spells voice comedy, Curtis and Bork ASMR. Ooh, excuse me, guys. I had abs in school, all I do is play football. Yeah, that's what it is. You get, because you know you're playing soccer, you're running your ass off all the time. Body fat is low, and I mean, if your body fat is low, you're going to have abs. Now, how much they protrude, how thick they are, will depend on how much work you do. But again, everybody's got abdominal muscles, or you wouldn't be able to stand upright. So, if your body fat's low enough, you're going to see them. Diddly. That's a long room. He's been walking for 14 minutes. Oh, I would love to meet you guys, Garmin. Yeah, absolutely. Again, if I thought there was a way to logistically do it, I would do it in a second. I would love to. Listen, if I ever hit the lottery or something, where I had that kind of cash, that would be pretty, right there as the first few things I would do on my list, was set up a meet and greet where I could help people with the expense of getting there, so we could actually have a lot of our crew there. We can have what I like to call a meet, M-E-A-T and greet. I like meat. Take that any way you want, it doesn't matter, I like meat. FD YouTube says, hey, Smezrino, I'm doing Zercher squats, touch and go from rack, and some general fitness preparedness. I'm not familiar with those. That's interesting. I don't know what those are. I've been in gyms literally my whole, well, can't even say adult life. Been in gyms my whole adult life plus most of my teens. I never heard of that one. I always like learning something new on training routines. Just always love playing soccer with the other girls. Yeah, and this is, oh, the one thing to say, you know, I'm not a soccer fan just because it's not my type of sport. The workout is phenomenal. As I think I told you guys, I had 2 different boxing trainers over the years when I was young, and the one trainer was an Irishman, and he also coached a local soccer team, and that's what he used to make me do for my cardio, was go run around with a soccer team. So I don't like soccer because it made me tired. I don't want to run. Makes you all sweaty like this. I'll bet you're sweating tastes like French fry grease. I'll bet you're not far off, Richard Rat. I'll bet you're really close. Do you like running? See, that's good. I wish I did, mister. I wish I enjoyed running. I will say this though, as I've gotten older, I don't mind it as much. Like if I, in the nice weather, if I go up to our local high school and run the track or something, I don't mind it nearly as much as I used to. Plus the technology is better now. You know, now you can run with earphones in, or earbuds in, and have some music and something to break up the monotony. So, you were a rugby dude, Jack? I was Jack from Indeed. I tell you, I told you guys before, many years ago when I used to drive motor coach on the weekends, I used to transport the rugby team here in Albany. That looks fun. I never got to play, but boy, that looks like a fun freaking game. There's front squats, but holding the crooks of okay. I know exactly what you're talking about. I have seen them. I've even tried them. I just didn't know that was a name for them. I forgot what they used to call them. But yeah, like this. Yep, I know exactly what you mean. Yeah, those are really good for blowing up the upper quads. Whew. Yep, I do know what you mean. Like running from taxes. Yeah, you and me both, Rosa. By Raycon earbuds. I know, Richard. Who the hell's our sponsors? I do like working out because I feel my fat guy characteristics come from the shit I like to eat. I've never had a problem working out. I enjoy it. It's just I really, really like eating too. And I really like eating crap. Yeah, good chance LeBron will leave Mr. If you think about his career, though, that's kind of his MO, especially with the abysmal season the Lakers are having with all these future Hall of Famers on the team. I used to play basketball. I stopped pursuing it because I'm not tall enough because I broke my. Oh, I like playing basketball. I suck, but I like it. I love basketball. When I was a kid, then moved down to London, took up track, then became a fat snob. Which I think to this day. Yeah, I'm with you, Lex. I was a fat kid. As I grew up, started getting into boxing and all that stuff. I got in really good shape. Then, actually, I used to carry extra weight on purpose when I was wrestling. Believe it or not, just the extra mass seemed to help my body stand up to the stupid bumps better. It really did. It made a difference. And now I'm just a fat guy because, again, I like to eat. Oh, Filthy Frank return, that would be phenomenal. That would be fantastic. I don't think he ever will, though. I mean, Joji gave very understandable and solid reasons as to why he had to stop doing what he was doing. And plus, he's doing his music, and that's what he loves. I think they can make a run. I wouldn't call them a favorite, AS, the Bucks. But they played a good game last night. They got out of that funk they were in for a while there. They're as talented as anybody. There's no dominant team. So I think it's just going to come down to, who gets the hottest when it counts. Yeah, I mean, if you wanted to list 5 teams that I think have the best shot of winning it all, they would definitely be one of them. We're at 25 minutes. That's good on that. All right, let me bring you guys over here. Hey, let's talk to the top of my head. Oh, the state of YouTube. I don't even know what that conversation was about, but it's beyond horrific now. It's really, really bad. Workout resting. Oh, I don't eat any vegetables. That's part of my problem. My tastes are so insanely limited. Oh, no problem, Chrome. Hopefully you're eating something good. Reading something good. When did I first shave my hair off? I first shaved it off, believe it or not, when I was 14. It was the summer before I went into high school, and this is how demented I was by then. And I shaved my head. Now, you have to remember, guys, this is 46 years ago. Nobody shaved their head back then. So I shaved all my hair off because I thought it'd be fun to, as I went into high school, to see who would give me shit about it so I could get into fights. It's pretty fucked up now I think about it. And then I shaved it for good 96, 97, 98, around there somewhere. I am 60, Aiden. 6-0. Yeah, I mean, it grew in since then, Code. Again, I did that just because I like fighting. 3 volumes a week? So I try to release that amount. I felt like this a lot. 3 volumes a week, that's pretty freaking good. Your mom's 60, James? Yeah, I'm old enough to be a lot of you guys' father. Some of you guys' grandfather. Rest of today, Curtis? Actually, Joe, we have friends coming over later just to hang out, have dinner with. So after this, I'm going to go jump in the shower, and then it'll be almost time for them to show up, and we're just going to hang out later. I won't gain weight. I eat nuts and milk. You know, some of the most calorie dense people have no idea negativity, and that's the sad thing. I mean, that's an indictment against me. Is I have a good handle on what foods fuel what and how you should eat. I just don't do it. Shower stream literally says I just don't do it because I'm a fat guy and I want to eat shit. But yeah, like I say, I just enjoy stuff like this, and even if the views are down, I don't care. I just think it's going to be fun having all the content here just be stuff to hopefully give people a little reprieve and a release. Best Hell in a Cell match? Oh, easily Undertaker and Mick Foley. Easily. I love that. Brett is better than Sean. I think as workers, James, as workers, it's hard to say one is better than the other. They were both so good. It really is. As people, they both had their pluses and minuses. Sean has matured a lot. When he was younger, he was certainly a dick. Brett also could be a dick at times. I mean, that whole Montreal screw job, that was just as much on Brett as it was on Vince. Relaxing. I'm glad. I'm telling you, Chrome, it really does. It makes me happy that you guys, this is relaxing to you guys, and everybody just seems to enjoy it. Edge is a phenomenal worker too. Excellent worker. But again, Sean and Brett both were just so ridiculous, so good. Vince McMahon's, you know, listen, Vince also is somebody who can be a dick. I don't even think Vince would, I'm guessing, I don't think he would deny the fact that he can be a dick. Gave a lot of people a lot of opportunities, though. He really did. Oh, thanks, Licks. I mean, nothing, you know, everything else said he did give a lot of opportunity. Meditating with an old wrestler, ASMR. My opinion of Vince is old. He's still so jacked, though, Mistra. He got, by all accounts, I mean, even other wrestlers, hardcore bodybuilder style wrestlers say he works out like a fucking fanatic. I had thought about that at one point, Carmen. Starting a wrestling promotion. I had seriously thought about it, just because I could be in touch with the business. I still could. And I thought what would be fun is if I did that with my background in YouTube, I would make it a YouTube fed. You know, all the shows would be put on YouTube. You wouldn't even necessarily have to have a crowd, but if you did, you could select your crowd that you had go in. But it would, you know, wrestling always talks about, well, you got to have TV, you got to have TV. Well, not really. I mean, if you could build enough of a following on YouTube, you have a couple million subscribers on TV, you're getting more views on something than a typical show on one of the quote-unquote cable networks does. Is there a YouTube wrestling promotion? Is there, Garmin? Yeah, I thought about doing that. But again, I just don't have the time to devote to it, and you'd have to have time. So the black guy, Mexican, Chinese dude walk into a bar, bartender looks up and says, "Get the fuck out of here." Oh, Philip. Oh, man. NWA? Yeah, but what I meant was a YouTube exclusive one. NWA, of course, is legendary. NWA's been around forever. What a gay men and black people having common HIV. Jeez, Rosa. Oh. Yeah, Mr. I haven't been too amped about the writing in the WWE recently. Not to be mean, just is what it is. Basically, since Stephanie took it over, Han, you can't really post things like answer please because I grab whatever post comes up. So rather than put answer please, you're better off, don't spam it, but every so often just put your question again, because now next time it comes around I may not see it. Don't spam, but if you have a question you're trying to get through to me, if you want to put it in every 30 seconds or so, that's fine. My personal all-time favorite pro wrestler, Xenon, is Bruno Sammartino, but that's because I'm old. But Bruno was the living legend. The answer, please, yes or no. The question, who can tell? Kenny versus Spenny. I think I have Diddley. That sounds familiar. If I did, it was a while ago. Yeah, Bruno was phenomenal, and I got to meet him just a few years before he passed, and what a quality, fantastic guy he was. What a great dude. They tell you never meet your heroes. Yeah, that's not always true. That was, he was an amazing guy. Yeah, the Wrestling Hall of Fame, there used to be one right in Amsterdam, New York, which is local to me. And I was actually, every year when they would do inductions, they would have a wrestling show while I was on the wrestling show. Even though I was retired at the time, I'd come in and do different spots and stuff. And Bruno was there. And I met him in the hallway. And at the time I thought, geez, I should get a picture or something. But it's like, I don't know. It didn't seem, and I'm glad I didn't. It seemed tacky to ask. And I'm sure he would have done it. But it seemed tacky to ask, like, I don't need a picture. All I want is this memory. And the conversation I had with him is something I'll never forget. It's phenomenal. Yeah, it's like, and again, too, he's a legend. And I clearly am not. But being in the same industry, the guy, you don't need to mark out for him. It's more fun to just have a nice conversation with him. We're going to do more addicts. Jury's still out, Lude. I don't know if I want to. I would like to. I love the addict stuff. It seems like, what I've noticed, and if you guys look around, I think you'll see the same thing. Talk to YouTubers, I think you'll find the same thing. I think, honestly, YouTube put that whole, your first community guideline strike is just a warning. I think that is a scam. And I think they try and get everybody who posts any type of content that isn't unboxings or Minecraft videos. I think they basically make sure they find something they can give you that warning for so they can suspend your channel with the next one. I think they leave it there on purpose. And that would explain why all those videos of that episode 44 of Addict 1 are still up and mine has been removed. But now that I'm seeing that this has happened to tons of YouTubers, and even when they send you the notification that you got the warning, it says right on there, most YouTubers tend to not get another community guideline strike after the first one. What they're purporting is, people learned their lesson. No, it's because you got what you wanted. You got the warning on there. So now you know if, especially the frontline workers at YouTube, if they decide they don't like somebody, hey, I'll fuck with this guy. I'll take him off for a week. Kenta Kobashi was fantastic. Fantastic. Reverse rescue videos are hilarious. Nothing like a crowd beaching a shark. That's a fun. I haven't watched them. That's a funny concept. I like that. Seven Deadly Sins manga. 7DS is good. What great characters in that show. Really good characters. What do I got on today? Oh yeah. Now, how many of you guys know what anime that is? That's a lesser known one. It was sponsored over at the Goosh, our Patreon. It was a sponsored show. I love this character. It's so tongue-in-cheek, so funny. Sakamoto, I knew Chrome would know. Nope, not Angel Beats. It's actually called Haven't You Heard? I'm Sakamoto. Yeah, it is Sakamoto Code. That's just a fun, he's the coolest. Haven't you heard I'm Sakamoto? I knew you guys would know. Oh, sure. The channel started as a gaming channel. It was about COD then. Well, pretty much all kinds of gaming then. Yeah, absolutely. Did I watch Naruto and hentai? Good combination. Very good combination. Yeah, it's something. Sakamoto is absolutely fun. It's short. It's not a long commitment, and you have to like a running gag and tongue-in-cheek humor. If you like both of those things, you'll enjoy it. Because Sakamoto and who he is and his personality and his way with the world is the running gag throughout the whole series. And it's very self-aware and tongue-in-cheek. If you like that type of humor and entertainment, you'll like it. If you don't, it's not for you. For me, that's right in my wheelhouse. As a gay man, I find Rose's joke to be offensive. I demand she lose her job and become unemployable for the rest of her life. Also, give me attention. Yeah, I know, Mike. Mike, that was a great Rosa post right there. You guys are funny. I have watched the first One Punch Man, Han. I was going to watch season 2. I had it high on my list. And it's not that I don't want to watch it. It just, everybody's reaction to it made me push it farther down my list, because not much of anybody was really impressed with it. Even, and I'm not even saying people, shit on it. They just weren't nearly as impressed with it as season 1. So I still haven't seen the second season. Because listen, again, I've only got so many years left and so much time in a day. I want to get to all the anime that you guys are telling me is great, not take some time for something that everybody says, eh. Yeah, that's what I mean. Everybody said that. Well, not everybody. Most everybody said it's worth watching. It just moved way down everybody's list because it wasn't nearly as good. Well, because when we have a new show voted in at the Goosh on our Patreon, it goes through nominations and polls. And just its lack of support there, utter lack of support, tells you a lot about it. Because our gang is pretty on point with their anime knowledge, and it gets very little support. I don't think it's made a poll yet. It's been nominated a few times, but in the nominations, it didn't even get a ton of support. And I don't even think Chrome probably remembers. She's got a way better memory than me. And, well, all you guys, Philip, all of you. I don't think the last couple nominations, I don't even think it got nominated, did it? Or if it did, it got so few thumbs up that I didn't even notice it, when I was putting together my list. Oh, yeah, but, obviously, you ultimately make your own opinion with everything. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, you guys have guided me through everything I've seen. I've liked everything I've seen, so I trust you guys. And if you guys are en masse telling me that this, and this are better than season 2 of One Punch, One Punch moves further down the list. It's that simple. I think it got nominated, Chrome, I'm not even sure, like when it first, some of the polls that followed it first becoming available. I don't think it got a lot of support, but it got nominated, I think. And that's been it. That's all we saw of it. And again, we have a really knowledgeable crew of anime folks at the Goosh, and they're just saying it's not high enough on their list. I heard that. Season 2 was made by a studio that never made an action anime before. They only made Slice of Life, and they just gave them OPM for some reason. I remember the gang telling me that. It's unfortunate. And again, I don't want to get the wrong impression. I don't think I've seen anybody shitting on it. And our gang, like any other fans, people are more willing to shit on something if it deserves it. They're just saying it's not nearly as good as season 1, and it's not better than the other things that we could nominate here, is what it amounts to. Would I like it? Sure, I'm going to like it because I like the characters. And I willingly admit, I'm easy to please anyway. I go in anything I watch, whether it's a movie, TV, anime, I go into things looking for reasons to like them. That's just my nature. OPM manga current arc is one of the best in all of anime. Season 3 is handled by a good studio. Really? That's cool. Now, if season 3 comes out and it's great, then I'll have to watch season 2 to get to season 3. That part of the manga is kind of so a poorly animated version of it sounds not worth it for now. Gotcha. Yeah, that's what Code's saying too, is that season 3 is really well done in the manga. Well, that's cool. That actually gives me hope for it. I haven't seen the new Batman, Gavin. I want to. Again, just because Braxton and we don't have a lot of time coming up. Well, I told you guys we're going in the middle of March. We're going down on some family business in North Carolina. Possibly, it looks like we're going. If we do, maybe we could sneak in a movie down there. Yeah, was it pretty good, Sponge White? The reviews I've been hearing from, you guys, people I trust, have been everywhere from basically what you said as it being pretty good and up. I've got a lot of people that just adored it. I don't have anybody in my circle yet that said it sucked. It's been basically, as I said, pretty good and above. I never watched Game of Thrones. I know a lot of people are salty about that season. I would love to. Eventually, I'm hoping to get the time to put the Breaking Bad reactions back on the channel. Right now, it's just lack of time. Oh, what was that? There was another. Jack says, "Oh, you saw the new Batman? Was good. Actually, it's a trauma of Bruce Wayne in live action for a change." See, that's what I mean. I haven't had anybody saying it was bad. The characters were decently written, which is all kind of matters. I didn't really notice the animation. That's fair. That's fair, Lex. Yeah, like I said, I wouldn't mind at all. And who knows? Even we've got a lineup at the $1 level right now. You know, we got that all backed up. When we get through it, who knows? Maybe we'll put it up there. We'll be coming up with another nomination and poll really soon. If it works out to where we are going away in the middle of the month, I'll be having to do that before we go so I can be set for when we get back. So if that happens, it'll be coming up real soon. You would think Fairy Tail's got to be the favorite coming in, considering it was Fairy Tail and Gintama like this in the last one, and they ran away from the rest of the field. You would think. I mean, again, it's fooled us before. Ones that did better on a prior set of nominations didn't do as well on the next, but happens. I won't be disappointed. Just don't care if it gets nominated. And I think that's a lot of people. I honestly think that's a lot of people's take on it, Jack. You know, people enjoyed it, but just were disappointed that it wasn't as good as the first. Well, thanks, Marcus. I appreciate that. Was 4 years old. Sucks YouTube recommends old. Oh, YouTube's all. I see that in our recommendations. The few that we get paranormal, all the time. They're so all over the place in what they recommend. It's weird. The killer abs workout. Sorry, Anna. That's the I can't show you killer abs. I can show you dead abs, which is the eventuality, I guess. It was clearly Patreon bots putting those damn Patreon bots, huh? Good call. All right, guys, well, I gotta go. I gotta jump in the shower because even though this smell here is so manly and awesome, I'm still gonna get rid of it before we have people over later. Although, well, I don't know. Should I deprive them of all this? Seems kind of unfair, but yeah, I guess. And besides, I'm gonna walk through the living room, and my wife's gonna say, "Go take a fucking shower." So I ain't gonna have a choice, guys. 33 episodes of Dragon Ball left, so 5.5 weeks, new series, so nomination 3 weeks. It'll depend on, like I say, Chrome, on whether I go or not. But I'll figure that out during the week. I can't keep my week straight. Would it have to, no, it'd have to be this week. I'll have to figure it out. I'll have to figure that out this week. Yeah. See you all you guys. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Again, the toughest thing for me when I work out, because I enjoy it, is getting bored while I do cardio. Sometimes that cuts my workout short. It's not because I can't go anymore, just because I get bored. Chatting with you guys makes it easy. I mean, easy. A lot of times I go past what I had planned for, so I appreciate that. And stream or not tomorrow, I'm not sure yet. All depends, as always, how the day unfolds. But thank you guys for hanging out with me. And I apologize for, not having smell-o-vision for you. I'll suggest that to Susan, because she's my best friend. I'll talk to you guys later.